Chapter number 2. Text number 35. Vayadranat paratam mamsayante tam maharatam yesam chatam bahumato bhutva yasyasya laghavam. Translation purport given by His Divine Grace Yeshu Bhakti and Swam Srila Prabhupada. The great general who have highly esteemed your name and fame will think that you have left the battlefield out of fear, and thus they will consider you insignificant. Purport. Lord Krishna continued to give his verdict to Arjuna. Do not think that the great generals like Duryodhana, Karna, and other contemporaries will think that you have left the battlefield out of compassion for your brothers and grandfathers. They will think that you have left out of fear for your life, and thus their high estimation of your personality will go to hell. Mama jnanatimirandasya jnananjanasalakai. Chakshuranmanitamena tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Mena Bhutale Swayam Rupakadhamayam Tadati Swapadantikam Vanchakalpatarubhyasya Kripa Sindhubhya eva cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivajadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangam Langayate Girim Itkripatamam Vande Shri Guru Dinatarim. Hare Krishna. Vayadranad bharatam mamsayanti tvam maharatah yesam chatam bahmatoho bhutva yasya silagavam. Hare Krishna. So Lord Krishna is explaining further here, giving us a clarity about the importance of the great generals who have high esteemed your name and fame will think that they have left the battlefield out of fear. This is a very clear indication about this nature of this world. The nature of this world is not great. Why it is not great? Because they are affected with three gunas, three modes of material nature: sattva, raja, tama. Where is it? Where it is affected? 1 second. The nature of this is sattva, raja, and tama. So what this indicates? Whatever you do might be good. People might not see that as a good. You have a good intention, but they don't see that as a good intention. Now here Arjuna wants to leave the battlefield out of good intention only. But Krishna is very clearly telling, they will not see you leaving the battlefield through good intention. They will see you leaving the battlefield out of fear. Actually, Arjuna, if you closely observe in chapter 1, his consciousness, the way he expressed everything is very clear, perfect. But everyone will not see in that way. He wants to quit the battle because he don't want to kill his family members. He wants to quit the battle because he don't want to kill those family members and take the kingdom. Who would think like this in this way, dear devotees? Please understand. If anyone is telling that there is free money, then everyone is running behind it. Nobody says that this doesn't belong to me. or this is not my thing, or this is not my job. There's nothing like that. Everyone is thinking from their own perspective. Everyone has their own perspective in this world. No one has other perspective here. Their perspective is the best perspective. Just like Hiranyakashipu, when Hiranyakashipu he meets Prahlad after he attending the school, Hiranyakashipu says, "What did you learn?" Prahlad Maharaj says, "Vishnu is the source of everything." Then he immediately says, he is actually training his son at this moment. Please understand. He's not killing him right away. Actually, he did not want to kill the son right away. He is training. What did he said? He said, you know, Vishnu, he killed our brother, Hiranyaksha, your uncle. He killed my brother, your uncle. And he is our enemy. Vishnu is our enemy. So Hiranyaksha was been killed by Vishnu. So as Vishnu killed Hiranyaksha, Vishnu became our enemy also. What is he saying? Vishnu became our enemy, so you cannot kill that person. He's telling you cannot worship that person. I'm sorry. You cannot worship Vishnu because he's our enemy. Then Prahlad Maharaj outrightly he speaks very beautiful. He says an interesting aspect. He says, whenever Lord kills something, that is the benefit for this society. That's it. He just said that and then stopped. Please understand. Here, people in this world, they have their own way of seeing this world. Nobody wants to see this world through the words, through the lens of the Acharyas. Just like Prahlad Maharaj is watching. This is not Prahlad Maharaj, his own personal opinion. Please understand. This is another interesting aspect. So, slowly close the door. So, Prahlad Maharaj is not killing. Please understand, Prahlad Maharaj is not speaking out of his own thing. Prahlad Maharaj is speaking based on the words he has heard from Narada Muni. Very important. That is what he is doing. Because what is his, please sit down. Because what is his position? His position is very clear. Because he's not taking any of his perspective. He's taking the perspective of his teacher. Arjuna, he has not yet taken the perspective of Krishna. He's presenting his own perspective, his own opinion. As his own opinion is not right, so what is happening here? When the person's opinion is not right, when he is leaving, then the other person is trying to give opinion. That is what Krishna is actually doing. But what is the opinion of Krishna? Krishna's opinion is the ultimate opinion. That means whatever he says is the best. Likewise, we shouldn't live in certain situations we've been kept. We shouldn't live. Please understand this. We should never live. That means if anything which is driven through Guru Sadhu Shastra, we should stick to that no matter what happens. If there is a survey, we should do it. If there's something else, we should do this. So this we need to understand. Please understand this, Dedu. The more when we are absorbed in this, the more it gives us an opportunity to take more shelter. Because Hiranyakashipu has one perspective. What is his perspective? Vishnu is his enemy. Because the whole point of doing the tapasya is also to take revenge on that particular person. That means whatever he speaks through that vision only. Through the vision of enmity. Likewise, Kauravas, they have similar vision towards Pandavas. Please understand. the vision of enmity. As they also carry the vision of enmity, they don't see whether whether Arjuna has done it through a selfless act or not. They will see through their lens only. They will picturize this through their lens only. Even though you are, from your perspective, you are following Dharma, but for them, it is not that. For them, it is out of defaming is going away. Because if really Arjuna leaves, it is a greatest plus point for Kauravas. They say, you see, this person is leaving because he is a fearful person. They become strong. So Krishna is saying, don't avoid your duty, do your duty. That is the whole point, right? Why prescribed duties Krishna is mentioning here? A lot of people will say, oh, Arjuna's, it's a battlefield in Kurukshetra. This is not connected to me. This is somewhere. They are speaking something else, but this is not connected to me. But actually, Bhagavad Gita is very connected to us. When we hear through Guru Parampara, when we hear through the words of the Acharyas, what happens is, this is directly connected to us. There is no way this is not out of connection through us. Arjuna is very clearly showing his class. He wanted to leave the battlefield, but Krishna is showing another opinion, another thought, another perspective which Arjuna is not aware of. Please understand this. And this perspective is actually the real perspective of this world. So whatever Krishna is speaking, it's actually the real speaking of this world. That means, I'll tell another example. If a person really understands Krishna conscious and he quits his job and he goes and serves the temple, you know what people will tell? This person doesn't know how to do job. This person doesn't know how to maintain his living. This person doesn't know. This person was being fired. This person was being done this. They speak all nonsense behind that person. But they don't know why that person has left. But they don't know the person has left that for higher purpose. They don't understand that. People will speak ill of him. And if that person is really a Vaishnava, he doesn't care that. Because he accepts that as his blessing. Because it will keep him grounded, more grounded. And then he'll understand this is my real fate. Actually, he understands that people should actually blaspheme him left and right. But they're just using some words behind him. Vaishnava, real devotee, who's a Vaishnava, he feels that yes, this personality should speak in front of me. And I deserve this. I mean, nonsense. Greatest fool. I don't know who I am. Everyone says that I'm great, but I don't know who I am. I'm just a full number in front of my spiritual master. This is a real person. This is the real understanding and real perspective. A devotee is always taking complaint on him. It's not putting complaint on others. It's like Arjuna is taking on him. You see another important aspect. Arjuna is taking on him because through this perspective, Arjuna is actually putting the blame on him. This is the whole point. He is qualified to hear Gita. Because he says that there is problem from my side. That is the reason I'm surrendering, my dear Lord. Dear devotees, no one surrenders like this. Please understand. Everyone will tell that problem is on the other side. Everyone in this world. You touch anyone in this world, they will tell this is because of him. This is because of him. My life is ruined because of him. You touch anyone in this world, might be a child or grown up or an elderly person or an adult or an old man. You touch anyone in this world, they will all carry this thing in their consciousness. Because of this person, this came to me. Because of that person, this came to me. The consciousness is so blunt that we never see the faults in us. We always try to see faults in others. This is a whole point Krishna is pointing here. Kauravas, they will not leave you alone, Arjuna. They will find faults through this. What is the fault? Krishna is personally showing the fault. You know, the Kauravas will tell that you left this battle out of fear, out of fearful state. So, this is the greatest problem. Please understand this. People will never understand the right perspective because they don't have right perspective. Who has right perspective? Nobody has right perspective. Only pure souls they have right perspective. Everyone's perspective is blunt. Krishna is telling the great generals who have highly esteemed your name and fame. He's telling the great generals. See the word, the way how Krishna used. Payat. Payat means out of fear. Great general. 1 second, dear devotees. So that is great thing out of fear. He's telling the great generals, they will see you are leaving this battlefield out of fear. Because if anyone, any devotee who really understands Krishna consciousness, he thinks that this life has to be given to the service of Srila Prabhupada, given to the service of spiritual master. Those personalities will do greatest service. Those personalities will quit. Those personalities will take the right thing, will take the right decision. Those personalities will take the association of pure souls. Those personalities will come to the plane of surrender. Those personalities will move forward in their bhakti. And those personalities will really understand the science of Krishna consciousness. This we need to aspire. Sadhaka should aspire for this. What is this? What is this? All this earning? What will all this earning do in our life? Today in the morning also we were discussing about this. What do all these earnings? What do this, that, so many other things will do in our life? Everything should be used in the service of the Lord. If it is not, then it's fit for nothing. It's of no use. Dharma swanasita pumso miktak chena katasya not padayate evam shama evam Dharma swanasita pumso. That means our prescribed duties. If our prescribed duties is not helping us to do Shravana and Kirtana, if our prescribed duties is not helping us to do service to the Lord, then that prescribed duties is of waste, is of useless endeavor. That means it doesn't have any value. Bhagavatam is telling. Bhagavatam is heavy in this case. That means those prescribed duties will not give us anything. Those prescribed duties will not give us help. It doesn't do anything to us. Please understand. So please understand. This is the greatest shelter. Rest everything will follow. That is what Krishna is telling. Krishna is telling you think that you leaving the battlefield will be great thing? No, people will put you to defame me. Just like this entire material world. If any person is trying to do some good thing, so trying to do, I remember my spiritual master telling, if in the community, if any one devotee wants to make progress and then come to the plane of surrender and then move forward in his Krishna consciousness, then everyone else will pull him down. And he said, don't pull him. Don't pull him, encourage him. Tell him that you are doing a great service. Encourage him, tell him that you're continuing your Krishna consciousness honestly. Please do this. Move forward. Should encourage those personalities. Should appreciate them. Yes, you are doing great thing, bro. Move forward. I cannot do this. At least you are doing great. I'm very happy seeing you. But people will be jealous and envious because he's advancing. If the person doesn't have right perspective, he'll be envious to that person. If a person is given a good service, big service, then the other devotees will be envious of that person because they all think that I deserve that position. And what is the deserve of position? You are fit for nothing actually. We've been given the greatest opportunity to hear. That itself is a great thing. But through envy, through jealous, they put the other person on. Just like Chitraketu Maharaj's wife. One wife, she had a son. Rest everyone. No son. They were envious towards that one, towards that Mataji. And then they gave poison to the child. Then the child was dead. Harsha Shoka. Happiness, distress. Harsha means happiness. Shoka means distress. That means there is happiness and distress in his life. Birth is a happiness, death is a distress. Oh, I don't know. Chitraketu Maharaj didn't realize that why this sadhu kept my son as Harsha Shoka. He never understood that. But this is the reason. Because there is Shoka through that Harsha Shoka. Through that Harsha, there is Shoka. That means there is happiness because there is the sun, and there is distress because the sun is killed. Because people are envious. No one is happy in this world, dear devotees. That is why they carry envy in their heart. Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Matsara. They carry this. Why? Because they are not happy. Today is Pandava Nirjala Ekadashi, a very auspicious day. Meditating, meditation should go deeper, deeper, deeper. I'm sorry, dear. So this Pandava Nirjala Ekadashi is very, very auspicious. You should do full fasting. No water, no. Nirjal. Nirjal means do not take anything. Today, at least one day in a year. For all the Ekadashi, you get the benefit of, you'll get if you're really aspiring for pure devotion, you'll get it through these days. You do full fasting. Just do it. Don't offend anyone. Remember, spiritual master, don't offend anyone. Just don't offend. Just be humble. Dasanadas. I'm trying. We should try this day about this. Never offend anyone. Never put anyone down. We should take this vow. Yes, today is the day. Let me take full fasting. Let me do full fasting. Let me do this for the pleasure of my spiritual master. Let me do this for the pleasure of Krishna. Let me do this. Srila Prabhupada might be happy through this little endeavor. Should do this. Should strive this. No, Hiranyakashipu was also doing tapasya. But that tapasya is for what? That tapasya is for self-aggrandizement. He wants to be superior. A lot of people will do tapasya in this world to get benefit, to get personal motive, to fulfill their own desires. A lot of people will do. Those will not give any satisfaction to the heart. Best satisfaction, do the service for the pleasure of Guru and Krishna. Anya Vilashita, without any personal motive. My dear Lord, I don't want to have any personal motive. You see, this person, Chitraketu Maharaj, he had one wife, she had one child, but all the other twins, they were all envious. Why? Because the king is always with the queen. Likewise, in this world, even in the community of devotees, if one devotee is being given great service, we should appreciate that devotee. Yes, this person deserves this. He should do this service. I'm grateful because whatever spiritual master gave, that is great for me. Should be very happy with that. Should never be envious with anyone. Because that envy is a seed form. Because through that envy only we came here, dear devotees. We need to correct that fully. Please don't understand that. Oh, we are discussing anarthas. No, this is important for us, and we should actually strive to actually check our consciousness. Should never be envious to anyone. We should be grateful. Thank you. Should be grateful. Should be ever grateful to them. So this perspective is the right perspective. Actually, one should have this attitude. Let me tell this another important perspective. Now, the person, he can carry good consciousness, but that doesn't mean that everyone will carry that. And we shouldn't expect it also. We cannot expect that everyone will be carrying good consciousness, or everyone is leading good things, or everyone is doing great. We cannot expect that because everyone has their own perspective in this world. But from our side, what we need to carry is we need to carry the best. We should never be envious. We should never be jealous. We should be non-envious. Advaishta sarvabhutana. We should be happy. We should be jubilant. Please understand this, dear devotees. Never ever be envious to anyone in this. Because what is that envy? That is a very deadly weapon which keeps us in this material world continuously, birth after birth. Because the envy is one of the subtle form which keeps carrying forward into millions of lifetimes. Every person is complaining in subtle form. No one is happy here. It seems to be happy, but they are not happy. I've seen devotees also practicing 10, 15 years, they're not happy. They don't know where the problem is. Please understand. I met few devotees, 15 years of practice, they're not happy. The subtle form is killing. The subtle anarthas are killing. Why? Because there's no submission. I'll tell you one secret weapon to all these things, to all these anarthas, one secret weapon. Because they are devotees. We should understand. Kamesha krodesha rajoguna samudbhava. This kama, krodha, kamesha krodesha rajoguna samudbhava. This desire is not fulfilled, karma will come. If somebody is telling us something, immediately the serpent will come, Dvesha will come. Someone is telling us something, immediately the Desha will come. Oh, why are you telling me this to me? You see, I'm a husband, I'm doing this, that, so many other things, so many things will come. This is not right. We are an illusion. We are thinking that we are great. We are thinking that we are this. We are thinking that we are that. No, we are fit for nothing actually. This we should understand. Actually, we should realize. Rupa Goswami, Sanatana Goswami, when they went in front of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, they offered prostrated obeisance. Oh, dear Lord Chaitanya, we don't know who we are. We kind of fool number ones. Everyone is thinking that we are great, but we don't know who actually we are. What to speak about greatness? We don't know who we are. Please help. Please help. Dear devotees, please understand this. Dhruva Maharaj, the moment he heard from his mother that you go to the forest, Vishnu is there, immediately he went. He doesn't have a second thought. Why? Because he's giving importance to the relationship. Please understand. Please understand, dear devotees. He's giving the importance to his mother. He's giving the importance to her words. And when he's actually going back to her, he remembers her mother again. And he says, my mother helped me so much. It is through her presence I got to meet Narada Muni, pure soul. And it is through his instructions I was able to see the presence of the Lord. So my mother deserves to she deserves to go to the spiritual world far before them. Then the Vishnudutas, they are telling, you see, your mother is already going to the spiritual world. Dear devotees, this is the attitude. That means the person is actually remembering the person who actually gave him the access. Yesterday I was actually thinking, because I really wanted to express my gratitude to all the Vaishnavas who kept me in this position right now. I really wanted to express gratitude because I know certain Vaishnavas who showed me the path to my Shiksha Guru. Otherwise, if they didn't show me the path, then I wouldn't have received this path. Because I should remember those personalities. Because through them only I got this access. Please understand. Likewise, devotees in our life, there will be so many Vaishnavas, so many devotees who helped us to attain certain position, who help us to attain that nice consciousness. Dear devotees, when we understand what the other devotee has done to us, we will be ever grateful to that person. We will never leave that person. We will actually be indebted to that person. Dear devotees, please also understand, one can never repay to the spiritual master. No matter what we have done in our life. No matter what big services we have done, no matter what great things we have done, one can never repay. Please understand this. No person in this world can repay the spiritual masters. They cannot repay. Because spiritual master will never come like a disciple to the disciple. Because their position is different there. Just like if one manjari is serving the gopis, the manjari is always manjari. Manjari can never become gopi. Please understand. Because manjari never likes the position of gopi. Because she always wants to serve the gopi. This is the attitude. Likewise, one can never repay the spiritual master because spiritual master is always superior for us. No matter what they have given to us, still they are superior to us. Just like Narada Muni is asking Brahmaji in the second canto of Bhagavatam, is asking, oh my dear father, because Brahmaji is his father. Oh my dear father, I see I know you gave me the truth. I know you gave me all of this absolute truth. But I always see you meditating on someone else. And I can understand, I can guess, I can correlate through your association that there is some higher authority. There is a supreme force where you're subordinate to. Can you please clarity? Can you please give me the clarity of what that is? Please see this the way the student is asking this beautiful question. Then Brahmaji says, absolutely you're right, my dear son. Krishna is the supreme personality of God. There is no one behind him. He is the almighty personality. Everyone has to follow his instructions. That means whatever you see, Buddhism, Jainism, Christianity, this, that, so many, any school you take, everyone is subordinate to Krishna. No exception. You take impersonalism, voidism, personalism, impersonalism, different kinds. Anything you take, anything you see, it's through that person. Please understand this. No one is devoid of that. Krishna is the supreme person. Janmadasyatam mayaditaratastarteshu abhignaswarat tene brahma hridayadikavaye muhyanti yat surayat tejovari nudam yada vinimaya yatra trisargonsha damnasvena sada nirastakuhakam satyam param dhimahi. This is the first statement in Bhagavatam. It begins with Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. And Vyasadeva is writing this beautiful literature. Janmadasya Tonmaya Ditarataschatteshu Abhigna Swarat. Who is that? Abhigna Swarat. Janmadasya is superior to all this birth, death, old age, disease. That person is Abhigna Swarat. That person is Krishna, is the supreme personality of God. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudeva. Vasudeva is what? Son of Vasudeva. Is very clearly mentioned. Srila Prabhupada very clearly mentioned Vasudeva is just the son of Vasudeva. Son of Vasudeva. Who's son of Vasudeva? Supreme personality of Godhead Krishna. This person is the source of everyone. We have to accept the truth as he is. And then Brahmaji is telling, you see, Nardamani, our source, everyone's source is Krishna, Supreme Personality of Godhead. All powerful, all attractive, all merciful, all loving, all kind, complete renunciate. This person has to be worshipped. This person should be our life. And this is what Brahmaji is telling. Dear devotees, do you know to come to this understanding, one has to go through millions of lifetimes? It's a fact. One has to go through millions of lifetimes to come to this understanding. It's not easy. It's not easy to come to an understanding that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. One should be convinced with that. If one is convinced, he will immediately surrender. Sarvadharman parityajya. Yes, mamekam sharanam. Yes, my spiritual master is telling, I surrender to his words and then I follow whatever he says. I'll become his dog. I'll become his, because I'm a full number one. I don't know who this is. I don't know what this is. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he mercifully came. Why? To give this special vision, special benediction to every one of us. Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate. Krishnaya Krishna Vartaya. Namne Gaurata Se. It's very. So this aspect, no. Keep it like that. Keep it like that. One second, dear devotee. Just close the door. So important, dear devotee. Janma Adiyasya means this person is aloof from all these things. This person is aloof from Triguna. This person is aloof from Kama, Krodha, Lopa, Moha, Madha, Matsara. Because he has designed this. And whoever comes, whoever serves his servants, immediately all of these things are removed. Please understand. This is another powerful thing. Whoever is serving his servants or the servants Gopi, that's whoever is serving them, then all these things are taken care. This is the lift process. Launchpad. Now, the Lobo Muhammad, they are taken care. Power of submission is wonderful. This is a secret of success. Actually, bhakti is that only. Bhakti means power of submission. You should submit. You should submit to our authorities. When that thing is come, when that thing comes, then that is the greatest benediction. Otherwise, how many lifetimes? Punarapi janaram, punarapi maranam, jatare, sayanam, kadu dukkare, bhai samsare, bhadumhare, bhaja govindam, mudamate. Samprati sannihita kale naye naye rakshit. It's very dangerous place. What is this material world? What is this material world? Very dangerous place. You see how they are thinking when Arjuna is leaving the battlefield because he doesn't want any kingdom. The others, they will think that he's leaving the battlefield out of fear. See how this world is designed. No one appreciates the other person's service. It's very few. Vaishnavas. Only Vaishnava can understand what we are really doing. Only they can appreciate us correctly. So very, very, very important. Because when we understand this deed about this, the more when we perceive this, the more we will take this process to the heart. If we don't pursue this, it becomes difficult. And this is the key. The process of Krishna consciousness is a genuine process. Now, how is this genuine? Because if we really submit ourselves to the core of the heart, just like how Arjuna submitted, Prabhupada actually mentions how one should take the principles of Gita, how one should take the science of Krishna consciousness, just like how Arjuna took. How Arjuna took. This is very interesting, dear, what we are discussing. If you see, whatever we are discussing now, this is after submission. Please understand. Karpanya dosha pahata svabhava prachamitam dharma samurchetam yashrehi tan nishchitam bhuvi tanme shishyaste ham sadimam tvam prapanna. I'm your shishya. I'm your surrendered soul. You do whatever is good for me. Because I don't know what is good for me. My dear Lord, you do what is good for me. I'm gonna submit at your lotus feet. Please. Then, out of the causeless mercy, Krishna is actually telling, oh, all the problems in the consciousness. Krishna is driving all the anarthas. Because Bhagavad Gita, what? Bhagavad Gita is what? Bhagavad Gita is driving the anarthas. They drive the anarthas just like that. Now, when we see these dear devotees, we should keep ourselves in the footstep in the place of Kauravas. And then say, oh, this is how we will think. Oh, there's a chance of showing enmity. Oh, that means you should never do this. So what Krishna is telling about that? Krishna is telling this. Krishna is telling the consciousness, and then later on Krishna is telling Advaishta Sarvabhutanam. What is that? Non-envious. Non-envious. You know, dear devotees, I'll tell you something. The mind will always bring this envy into our consciousness. Because that is the duty of the mind. It will always bring. It is our intelligence how we are using that. If we are actually dwelling our mind with that envy, then we will not understand. If I'm dwelling our mind, if I'm dwelling my mind with that envy, then what is happening? Is it helping us? It is not helping. Actually, that we are covered through envy, and then envy will take over us. Because what happened? It began through a mind thought. Because mind will bring up a thought. Oh, that person is going. This person is not good devotee. Mind will tell. Please understand. Mind will tell. Immediately it will tell. This person is not good devotee. You are a good devotee. This person is chanting Hare Krishna, doing this, that, so many other things. This person is not doing anything. He is not a good devotee. Immediately we should tell the mind, oh mind, we should sit. This full number one, you should sit. Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur says one should hit the mind in the morning and in the evening. Likewise, when we are actually training our consciousness, when we are checking our consciousness, this step by step, we should actually hit this mind very strongly. Powerfully, we should hit the mind. We cannot avoid the mind. Please understand. This is actually the secret. The more we check our consciousness and Dear devotees, if we should be ruthless with this mind, and when we are ruthless with the mind, there's a problem here. There's a catch. When we are ruthless with this mind, that ruthlessness will be manifested externally also. Because it is a consciousness, right? Because consciousness is everywhere. Whatever we see, whatever we do, whatever we think, whatever we feel, that consciousness is everywhere. That means the moment you apply this ruthlessness into our consciousness, that is manifested externally also. That means we will do the ruthlessness same way to the others also. And we will easily try to find faults with others. Because we are ruthless with us, we'll be ruthless with others also. But here is the catch. We should be ruthless to us, we should be very gentle to the others. In the class only we discuss heavy. Outside the class we discuss normal things. Please understand. Outside the class we discuss normal things because we should be normal only. But internally our consciousness should be heavy. We should always be carried with the truth. But externally we should ask, oh, how is your health? Is everything all right? You're doing great. Because that is our responsibility also. Cannot put anyone down. It is our responsibility. If you are really taking the responsibility matter, if the person is really looking for truth, then you tell the truth to them. Out of relation. But without relation, we cannot do that. Because how the person will accept? If I tell, for example, a person is going, it might be Krishna conscious, and I met him for the first time. Will I tell him, why surrender everything, Saradharma Pratyaja, you're not doing devotion correctly, you should surrender to the words of the spiritual master? Can I tell him that? No, I cannot tell him. Because I don't have any connection. I'm going to you're doing your bhakti. Okay, continue. You can ask, what is your inspiration? Oh, my inspiration is this. Then you can share. If he says, can you share your inspiration? Then you share your inspiration. Then through that inspiration, you indirectly tell him. If he understands, then he'll come. If he doesn't understand, he'll follow his process. See, dear devotees, how many changes and variations are there? The way how Arjuna is submitting, how many of them are submitting? Should submit like this. That's a proof here. The scriptures are telling. It's not we have created something, we have concocted something, or Prabhupada has concocted something. No, Prabhupada has spoken as it is what Krishna. Whatever Prabhupada says, the words of Krishna. If whoever is following Srila Prabhupada as is, then whatever he is also telling is speaking is whatever he is telling is Krishna only. Please understand. That I see in the life of my spiritual master. Both Siksha Guru and Diksha Guru, both persons, they are pure souls. No different. They have one, there's only one heart here devotees. They're different bodies, but they carry one heart. It's very important. So for us, we should have that kind of association. We should see our association, we should check our association in such a way that is this person really submitting, connected? Is this person really connected to Srila Prabhupada teachings? You should check like that. But once you check, you should not check after that. Once you confirm that this person is really connected to the roots, then you should not judge again. Prabhupada says actually, you should actually check the person initially. But after submission, you should not check. Before submission, you should check. And that checking process should not take a long time. Once you confirm that this person is really genuine, you should submit. Because if you are not submitting, the progress will not happen. Please understand. Dhruva Maharaj submitted because that's immediately his progress. He progressed in the science of Krishna consciousness. If Dhruva Maharaj was thinking, okay, mother, they're telling that, I don't know, in the forest there will be bears, lions, tigers. I don't think so. I'm very young. I think I'm only 5 years. I think I cannot go there. These words are not there. You see another perspective here, dear devotees. His mother is very brave. Because this is Vaishnavism. Vaishnavism means bravery. That is one of the qualities of Vaishnava. Vaishnava. They are brave. They are Shobha. Just like Jadabharat was very brave and Shobha. Prabhupada was very brave. Because wherever he is going, he simply wanted to he simply wanted to expound the teachings of his spiritual ministry. That's why he came to America for that. Seems like he opened up another name, but it's the same thing. Whatever his spiritual master said, he's doing it. He did the same thing. Just the name is different. But the same thing he did, whatever his spiritual master did. So, dear devotees, that submission, Dhruvara's mother, she's very brave. She says that you go to the forest, you'll get the solution. She is not beating around the bush. She's not telling, oh, my dear son, we are like this only, what to be done? I'm also like that only. So what can be done? Cannot be done much. We have to suffer like this. She did not speak these kind of words. She gave him the solution. The solution is what? Krishna consciousness. This we need to take. The more we take this, the more we get benefit. See, dear devotees, through that submission, everything became quick and fast. If the submission is not there, everything is slow. It's a slow process. One time a devotee has been asking this question to my spiritual master. This chanting of Hare Krishna Mahamantra, if I chant for my benefit, eventually this chanting will take me to that state. State of what? Pure devotion. This chanting which I am doing, will that take me to that state? Right now I am doing it for my happiness. Eventually that eventually will the holy name will not take me to that state? Why should the holy name should take us to that state? Because the moment we are chanting for our benefit with all material desires, is it not an offense? It is an offense. If you read the 10 offenses, you'll understand. We discussed 10 offenses for 10, 12 days. It is offensive. Chanting Hare Krishna for some ulterior motive, it's not good. For my happiness, it's not good. For my benefit, it's not good. For me getting liberation, it's not good. Chanting of Hare Krishna should be done for the pleasure of the Lord. Because he's a Vignaswara. For him, it should do. Not for my thing. Not that I'm getting some satisfaction. Not that I'm getting some peace. Not that I'm getting some happiness through that chanting. It's not for us. If there is happiness, Krishna wants to give, he will give. Naturally, it will come. I don't want to stop. I don't want to force that also. It is Krishna's mercy, it is coming. But I will do it for their happiness. This is real solution. So, the marga which the person is asking, that is pravritti marga. That pravritti marga will not take us, will not cross over this material picture. I'm sorry, dear devotees. That will take few lifetimes. For sure. There's no doubt about it. Because that is chanting with offensive. Offensive chanting will not take us anywhere. For example, if I am carrying some envy with some devotee and I am chanting Hare Krishna, that will also not happen. Because Krishna knows. You say you are cheating, you are envious to that person, and then you are chanting Hare Krishna. How can you get the taste? You will not get the taste. Dear devotees, if our chanting is hampered, please understand that is due to offenses. Because we are envious to some devotee. He might be some recent devotee who just joined. Still, that is offensive. I remember it's only Radhanath Swami Maharaj telling. Very interesting, he said. There's one devotee who just came into the temple. And then they don't know. They're doing this, that. Like they might be taking some selfies. They don't know. As a responsible citizen, you have to tell them, instruct them, train them. But you can never be envious towards them. Please understand. The very secret science. If you are envious to them, just like Jai Vijay, they stopped the four Kumaras, telling that first you wear your dress and come. You're just children. You cannot enter Goloka. You cannot enter Vaikuntha. You come back again. They judged them. And through that judgment, the four Kumaras, they were offended. And then through that offense, they have to come to this material world for 3 lifetimes. Please understand how serious this matter is. We think that this thing is like a joke. No, it's not a joke. It's a very serious business. The progress of a sadhaka is hampered because the sadhaka is having enmity to these personalities. Why the practitioner they don't progress in Krishna consciousness? Because they're envious. Very simple, I can tell. Just by seeing their face, I can tell. It's easy. If the sadhaka is envious, he will never understand Krishna consciousness. If the sadhaka is really genuinely appreciating, that is real understanding. You should not bluntly appreciate. You should genuinely appreciate from the heart. This is a heart science we about this. This is not like bodily science. Because we are not this body. Who are telling that we are this body? Are 2 days if you are not eating anything, still this body will survive. Today is Nirjala Ekadashi, all day we are fasting. Until tomorrow morning. Tomorrow morning 6 a.m. Morning 3:30 a.m. to next day morning 6 a.m. We are fasting, not even 1 drop of water is taken. And we are doing services. You're not this body. Please understand that you'll realize this. You're not this body. You're powerful spirit soul. Actually, today's discussion is coming very nicely. I am feeling very inspired through this discussion. Because these words are not coming just like that. This is a gift of the spiritual master. Actually, I wanted to write a letter also. I'll write a letter to the spiritual master. This is important. Why? Because when a good consciousness is carried, for example, there's a stock market, right? If the stock market is good, is going good, means everyone who is there in the stock market, who is the brokers, the agents, they're all happy. Because the market is going good. It means they'll use the full benefit of that. Likewise, if the consciousness is really well, so the consciousness is really doing great. My consciousness is not that great, but it has to become more great. The consciousness is really great, then what happens? We should do whatever we are supposed to do. More and more with good attitude. On this things we need to check. It's very important. So when Radhana Swami Maharaj, he spoke that, is very grave. It's very instructive. I remember my Shiksha Guru telling another interesting aspect. Oh, you might not be, you want to do big services? I'll tell you something about the drawback of these big services. I'll tell you something. Want to do big services? But the moment you think that you are great through doing those big services, that service is waste actually. The moment you think that you are great, waste actually far better than that. You don't do anything and then chant Hare Krishna. You'll make a lot of advancement. You're not envious. You're not envious to anyone. But if you're doing big services and you're envious to the other person, your Krishna consciousness is totally hampered. You're trying to find faults in others, fellow devotees, Vaishnavas. What is that? Your taste to chant Hare Krishna is removed. It's very important, dear devotees. Our consciousness and our attitude is so damn important. Jai Vijay, they use just a few words. That's it. They have been sent to the material world. So what to speak of us, dear devotees? We use these words left and right like anything. Don't we use the words left and right like anything? Let me see how much we need to correct our consciousness. A lot of people will say, oh, Krishna consciousness, huh? Oh, you follow 4 regulative principles. You chant Hare Krishna, you go back, come back. Who's telling that? There's a lot of things has to be done in the background. This kama, krodha, lobha, moha, mada, matsara has to be fully purified. It should be completely non-invest. Tata, rajasta, mobha, kama, lobhasta, estaye, chatayeter, nabitam, stitam, satve, prasiddhati. This tata, rajastamo, bhava, kama, krodha, tata, lobha, tasmad, etam, train, tajet. These are the obstructions. Slowly, we should head towards sattva. In sattva, no fault. Devotee will not find. The devotee is satisfied. Atmara satisfied. Doesn't want to find faults in others. As a devotee is always satisfied. Very important. This we need to understand. Krishna consciousness We have to develop that consciousness which Krishna wants us to do. Maya Saktamana Partha Yam Junjum Malashaya Asamsayam Samagraham Etagnashasitatsuru. Krishna is telling, cultivate asakti towards. How asakti is cultivated, how interest is cultivated to the other person. When we know the glories of that person, then we cultivate the interest on that person. When we cultivate the interest on that person, then naturally we will not find faults in others. Well, whatever little thing which we've been given, we are pretty much satisfied with that. It's very, very important. So these things, every day, when we dwell our consciousness on a deeper level, dear devotees, please understand this illusion is taking us in so many ways. It's putting us in so many difficulties. It's keeping us up, down, so many other things. All of these things have to be checked, assessed, analyzed. These things have to be reviewed at every step in our life. It has to be checked continuously. You see the consciousness? Krishna is showing the consciousness of Kauravas. When I see that statement, seeing to myself, you shouldn't carry this kind of consciousness. You should be neutral to everyone. And what to speak of Vaishnava, we should respect them. Sakshadaritena, spiritual master, pure devotee. Samasta Shastrar, Uktastatavam eva sadve, Gintu Prabhoya, Priya eva tasya, Vande Guru Shri Charanaravinda. My dear spiritual master, I should give you respect just like I give respect to Krishna, because you are his representative. You should have, I should give you equal respect. Actually, matter of fact, I should give you more respect than Krishna. This is a punishment. Because Krishna is immensely pleased with that devotee. Krishna is watching here. Where is my devotee? Where is my devotee? Because this devotee has a deep respect towards my devotees. You know how to get the mercy from the Lord? Carry deep respect to his devotees, Vaishnavas. Then you will get the mercy. Especially the souls who are really taking our, who are really giving us the truth, who are really helping us to move forward in our Krishna, who's taking our responsibility, who is praying for us. Those souls should respect very much. Because I remember when I see my spiritual master, I carry this consciousness. Oh, my dear spiritual master, you give me so much. I am fit for nothing. I don't deserve anything. You give me so much. You know, it's taking care of so much. It's taking care of us so much. He told us how to surrender. He told us how to submit. He told us how to develop good consciousness, good attitude. He told us how to see fellow devotees. He told us how to worship the pure souls. He told us how to give respect to our equals. He told us how to be compassionate who are dependent on us. All of these things has to be kicked into our consciousness. Very much. This we need to be observed. Actually, this is a meditation on the Pandava Nirjala Ekadashi day. This is real Ekadashi. What is real Ekadashi? Upavasaha. Upavasaha means what? Coming closer to them. Closer to whom? To Guru Krishna. How? By Smarana. By meditations. By our consciousness. By working on this plane. By respecting everyone. Not expecting any respect in return. Giving respect to everyone, not expecting any respect in return. This attitude has to be. I'll stop here. Anyone would like to add anything, would like to share? Once again, happy Nirjala Ekadashi to everyone. If you have opportunity, If you are inspired through this discussion, please do complete Nirjala and reap the benefits of today's Nirjala Ekadashi. And aspire for this pure devotion. Don't ask for anything else in this world. Aspire, hit the highest. Prabhupada says, chase the rhinos. Don't chase anything else. Chase the rhinos. So let us aspire for that. And then move on. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, then Namakrishna Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for your inspiration every day, to go deeper in bhakti, especially, on these special days of Nirjala Ekadashi. All these, so that we can come out of this material, because even though we are in this material nature, with all these, like chanting, association, and all, we can make this material life itself, Vaikuntha, while we are here. So, in the association of devotees, nicely following these regulative principles and doing the seva, irrespective of what day it is, and the determination you have given, right, should not deviate from them. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Prabhupada has given us so much. It's our fortune. Yes, Dipali Mataji, please share.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam to all the devotees. Thank you so much, Prabhu. Such a nectar the class was today. And yeah, like every day I'm not able to speak because I multitask. I have to sometimes. But I'm really grateful for this Sangha and association and that I'm able to hear. That gives me confidence that someday I can get rid of my impurities and achieve the pure devotional service. Although, like, yeah, we read and everything, but yeah, these classes are like punchline in the morning. So, thank you so much.
Actually, you should always answer this question. Yes, definitely we are reading, hearing. You should understand, you should ask this question. When will that day come into my life so that I will be devoted and then practice this pure devotion? Because this life is very short. You should aspire for that consciousness. You should really inquire. You should really ask this question. How can I do this? How will I do this? What is the way for doing this? How can I get that nectar? These are the questions to be asked. Because this human form of life is very short. I know this human form of life is very short. In this short human form of life, we should use it as the best bargain. We should use this the best. Whatever best we have, we should do the best. Very, very. This we need to understand more and more. And then move forward in our bhakti. Hare Krishna. Anyone else like to add? Madhava Krishna Prabhu, nice seeing you. Nice seeing all the devotees. Vaswati Mataji, Ramay Prawn Prabhu, Rachna Mataji. Thank you for your association. Thank you for the opportunity and the time you gave. It gives me an opportunity to reflect more. Thank you. I'm grateful for this association. Hare Krishna. Thank you all very much. If I spoke anything wrong, please excuse me. Hare Krishna. I'm Sheila Shroff. You can continue your bhajan. Thank you all very much. Sheila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for the wonderful class on a special day, Nirjala Ekadashi. Today we will sing a bhajan to worship Madhavatiti. This bhajan is by Bhaktivinoda Thakur from his book Sharanagati, and it's in Bengali. Shuddha Bhakkata Charana Renu Bhajana Anukula Bhakkata Seva Parama Siddhi Prema Latika Mula Madhavati Ti Bhakati Janani Jatena Palana Kori Krishna Basati Basati Boli Parama Adare Bori Gora Maharaj Sabastane Koralo Brahmana Range Se Sabastane Heribo Ami Pranai Bhakata Sange Mridanga Vadya Sunite Mana Abasara Sadajache Gaura Bihita Kirtana Suni Anande Hridaya Nache Jugalamurti Dekiya Mora Parama Ananda Hoya Prasada Seva Korite Hoya Sakala Prapancha Jaya Jedina Grahe Bhajana Deki Grahe Te Goloka Bhaya Charana Sindhu Dekiya Ganga Sukha Sasima Paya Tulasi Deki Juraya Prana Madhava Toshani Jani Gaura Priya Saka Sevane Jivana Sartakamani Pakati Vinoda Krishna Bhajane Anakula Paya Jaha Prati Divase Parama Sukhe Svikara Koroyotaha Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Translation. The dust of the lotus feet of pure devotees, enthusiastic devotional service, and service to the pure devotees of the highest order are the roots of the creeper of devotion. The holy days like Ekadashi and Janmashtami are the mother of devotion for those devotees who respect them. Let the holy places of Krishna's pastimes be my places of worship and bless me. May I always visit all the holy places associated with the Leela of Lord Chaitanya and his devotees. When I hear the sound of Mridanga in my heart, I always desire to join in Kirtana. And when I hear the bona fide song describing Lord Chaitanya's pastimes, my heart dances in ecstasy. Whenever I see transcendental Sri Vigrahas of Radha Krishna, I am in bliss, for by taking their Lordship's prasada, we can conquer over the material elements. One day, while performing devotional practices, I saw my house transformed into Goloka Vrindavan. When I take the Charanamrit of the deity, I see the holy Ganges water that comes from the feet of Lord Vishnu, and my bliss knows no bounds. By seeing the Tulsi tree, my heart feels joy, and Lord Madhava, Krishna, is also satisfied. When I eat the prasada favored by Lord Chaitanya, it is a new life's experience. Lord Chaitanya is very fond of green vegetable preparation called shak, and there is another song in this book that tells the amazing effects of this type of prasada. Bhaktivinoda concludes by saying, whosoever attains the stage of enthusiasm for these devotional practices will be supremely blissful wherever he may be. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much for the opportunity to share this bhajan on this wonderful day of Pandava Nirjala Ekadashi. Thank you. Now we can do Prem Dhuni prayers.
Yes, Prabhuji, Hare Krishna, Dandavanam, all glories to Shri Prabhupada. Thank you for giving wonderful bhajan, Prabhuji. Thank you, Nila Govinda Das Prabhuji, for giving a wonderful lecture. Happy Ekadasi to everyone, and now let's sit the Brahma Thanks so much, Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Karina Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Jam Shambhra Brahmamsa Privrajagacharya Starita Shishi Maresi Bhaktivananda Samaraja Shalpar ki Jam.
Yeah.
Jai.
ISKCON Tampa Pandacharya Shalpar ki Jam.
Jai.
Jam Shambhra Brahmamsa Privrajagacharya Starita Shishi Mar Bhakti Sananda Sisko Samaraja Shalpar ki Jam.
Jai.
Ananda Koti Vaishnav ki Jam.
Jai.
Namacharya Shalarasthakur ki Jam.
Jai.
Paramsa Koshi Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Jagadadha Shiv Sri Gaura Bhakti ki Jam.
Jai.
Shri Radha Krishna Gopi Gopinatha Samudra Radha Giri Govardhan ki Jam.
Jai.
Shri Mayapur Dham ki Jam.
Jai.
Jai.
Shri Vrindavan Dham ki Jam.
Jai.
Jai.
Shri Jagannath Puri ki Jam.
Jai.
Jai.
Ganga Maya ki Jam.
Jai.
Jai.
Yamuna Maya ki Jam.
Jai.
Jai.
Tulsi Devi ki Jam.
Jai.
Jai.
Bhakti Devi ki Jam.
Jai.
Shri Ranama Singh ki Jam.
Jai.
Jai.
Samvayata Bhaktivinoda ki Jam.
Jai.
Jai.
Nitya Gaura Pamanande Hari Hari Bol.
Hare Bol.
All glories to the devotee Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
All glories to the devotee Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
All glories to the devotee Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
All glories to Shri Guru and Gauranga. Namah Shmira Krishna Mishtai Bhutale Shrimati Bhaktivedanta Swami Namane Namaste Sarasdevi Gauravani Pacharni Nirvishis Nivari Pashadishtarani Drishti Krishna Chaitanya Pamanityananda Shri Tagaradi Shri Sri Gaura Bhaktivedanta Mukham Karoti Vachala Pangamalam Kadakini Bakri Padma Mahamande Shri Guru Danatanam Paramanandavadam Shri Shri Kadave Gaurishna Radhikatarali Krishna Krishna Bhaktayan Bhaktayan Monamaha Vanjagopdri Shakri Vismaya Vichabditaram Pavani Bhavishni Namaha Hare Krishna, everyone. How wonderful Krishna consciousness stay. Hari Bol.
People, Karina Mataji ki jai, ISKCON ji ki jai, Prabhuji ki jai, Vasudeva Mataji, Deepak Mataji, Lakshman Mataji, all devotees ki jai, Shri Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna, Pranam.
Pranam. Subhima Parvati. Jai. All devotees. Jai. Hare Krishna. Jai Shri Prabhupada.
Happy
Ekadashi to all the Srila Prabhupada Maharaj ki jai.
Jai.
Jai.